A lot of us had never been to Texas before, so traveling down, obviously it got a lot hotter and a lot more humid.
The first time I had to run the bases in Texas, I didn't get on base a lot, so it wasn't a lot so good for me. But, oh my gosh, I got to second base, I'm like, dang, Coach D, I need a pinch runner. That's how I felt in Texas. That's how hot it was.
It was hot, which was an adjustment that we needed to make, but you know, we made that adjustment. You know, we chugged water like it was no other. But you know, we still had a lot of fun. I mean, me personally, as well as a few of the other teammates, we did a lot of dancing, and that kind of just loosened us up a little bit once we did get onto the field. Music plays into our softball team as a whole, because whether it's like our pregame through our warm-up, like we are always getting we're dancing, we're keeping the energy up, we're talking, and I think the way that we set our pace and warm-up is what carries throughout the rest of the game.
There's zero pressure on us. After you win a couple innings, pressure really gets hard on them. We're swinging free, having fun, talking, playing great D, doing us. We have the cage at 11 o'clock, you have a half hour for the cage.
She doesn't even want me to be here. It was just a joke. It was. Yeah, Chris. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Lainey. Yeah.
Yeah, Pig Dog is with us.
Yeah, let's
And as a butterfly.
Yeah, I'm kind of honored.
She has no idea what happened.
I'm honored, but hey, let's post the bruh. Distance would suck. Thank you. Wow! Arms, feet, forward.
Going backward.
Wow! It's provocative. Oh my gosh, I see. He's like camera now.
TUSB on 3. 1, 2, 3.
TUSB! Get her, Kenny, get her!
What happened?
Forehead selfie complete.
My water bottle to put it back. You're calling to me. Yeah.
Tito's ready for game day.
So we were at softball practice the week right before regionals, and I was just in the outfield and we were warming up doing throwing, and I looked down and there's this tiny little thing and it looks like a quarter, you know, no bigger than a quarter, and I look down and I pick them up and I run to the coaches and I'm like, oh my god, I found a turtle.
Kayla started screaming like, she found a turtle, she found a turtle, and so that was pretty exciting because the twins are very animal oriented and they love animals and bring them around.
I don't know, I just have always loved animals, so when we came to China I found out Claire hated animals. It really hurt me, like even lizards, puppies, how do you not like a puppy? And then Kayla found Tito and it was on the softball field. So once we find something, we have to bring it, and it's ours and it's a part of our family, so where we go, it goes.
Tito got to go everywhere. He got to go to regionals, he got to be in team pictures, he was in the outfield during warm-ups.
He traveled with us everywhere. He was just kind of he was our little mascot, and you know, he's a lot of fun.
I think having him there was something else to focus on. We didn't think about the game all the time and thought about do this for Tito or do your at bat for Tito.
When we came out of the dugouts, people were like, oh, is that Tito? And everybody just loved him. And then we just brought him everywhere we went. At practices, we let him crawl out on the field.
feel like I grew up with Lainey.
Something that will stay with me or has really impacted me in the duration of our 4 years was our Christmas party freshman year. And typically every year there's a senior gift, and there was this, we were eating dinner in Coach D's basement, and there was this box that was just there the whole time. And so when it was time to open it, all the seniors gathered around it, and out of this box came Coach Harvey, and they were screaming and hugging, and I just remember sitting there like, I have no idea who this person is. And that's when Coach D announced that Coach Harvey was Coach Harvey, our assistant coach, and she previously played for Trine.
I started my playing career out in Iowa, and I played 2 years at a junior college, and I got to the point where I didn't know if I'd continue playing based on my academic situation. And out of nowhere, I get a phone call from a coach out in Indiana saying that he needs a catcher and he's got an opportunity and I can continue my engineering academic career. And that's where it all began. I stepped into a program for the first time in my life that accepted me as me. It was genuine for the first time. I wasn't just a piece. Most of my athletic career I felt very much just as a machine brought in to do work, and I was there for that purpose only. And when I came into Tri-State at the time, it was home. It felt like the coaches met me where I was at, and I mattered. And over the course of the 12 years as I transitioned from player to coach, I dove into that culture, because if I could have a coach give that to me, then it's my calling and my purpose to continue giving that to players moving forward, to let them know that there's so much more than just the game.
And fast forward a few years, she's been one of the most inspiring people in my life, and she also was an engineering major, so she really understood what I was going through in some tough times, and she's been there for everyone.
When I came into my coaching career, Lainey was entering her freshman year, and I, for the first time, was entering my full-time coaching career, because at that point I was a project engineer doing design work, and that was my life at the time, and it never felt like that was where I was meant to be. And then I stepped into this program, and we hit that moment of our life at the same time. So over the course of that 4 years, you know, she had a grace for mistakes. Because obviously as a young coach, you have growing pains, you say stupid things sometimes. But there was always an understanding and a conversation, and every year that I got to be a part of Lainey's story, I learned just as much from her as she learned from me. From having conversations of just trying to pour into her that as a young female engineer, she's gonna have to be strong, she's gonna have to believe in herself, she's gonna have people constantly telling her that she can't and she won't and she's not meant to be there. But if it's what she wants, it's my responsibility as a coach to pour that life into her, so when she leaves our program, she just comes out of it, you know, believing in herself more than she did the day she walked in. And as a coach, I think there's no greater blessing than just to believe in a kid more than they believe in themselves. No matter what, get in the mess with them, get down on their knees with them, just be there with them in it, so they know when they leave that program that there's somebody always right behind them believing in them and pushing them forward.
You know, we get the question all the time is, you know, what's the best part of your job? Obviously winning is nice, but the best part of our job is when we get a call from an employer that says, hey, you know, we're interested in this kid, and you get to explain why that company should hire your athlete. And you look at, you know, Lainey going into a great robotics engineering firm, and then Kate going to grad school, and just watching our senior and Crispy graduating with an engineering degree, and down the line through the past years of watching our kids go be successful and come back and share those stories with our current players. To me, that's the best part of this job, is watching those kids come in with a dream, and now they get to go live it, and now they get to play in big games, but also get to go now into their field and not just get a job, but get a career, something they're passionate about, and watch them grow into parents, and just see the maturity of life, and have them come back and say, hey, this adulting stuff isn't always great, but we learn lessons through your program and playing softball and the weight room and wins and losses that are helping us become better parents and better employees. And that's really, I think, what we're doing really well with our staff, is implementing a system that helps kids go into the workplace and go into the real world and be successful. And when you get those calls back and those texts and letters saying, hey, Coach, thank you for helping shape my life, that's what this job is all about.
Our first 3 students are being introduced today are members of our MIAA Conference Championship softball team. We're taking this opportunity to recognize these students so they may participate in the next tournament game, which begins shortly on our campus. I want to look to my right and the back of the building where our softball team is now gathered this morning. And we have a short message for you ladies this morning. Good luck and go Thunder.
From the College of Graduate and Professional Studies, earning a Master of Science in Leadership degree, Brittany L. Harvey. From the Allen School of Engineering, earning a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering degree, Lainey Bernice McCue. From the Rinker-Ross School of Health Sciences, earning a Bachelor of Science degree, Catherine Jo Soppy.
The senior class was lucky enough to be able to walk with her on the graduation stage with our team, and I think it's very symbolic, and it's close to my heart that we literally graduated with our softball uniform on under our robe with the team there. So that was a really amazing experience that will stay with me forever.
I am so grateful moving forward knowing that Lainey's a friend, because like I said, she taught me just as much as I taught her, I would say. And to know that I have that connection in life and I had that grace through those 4 years as I was growing into who I was becoming.
There was a lot of emotions in the national championship, especially being a senior. It was just very intense and nerve-wracking, but exciting. But it was also, every pitch and every play was almost silent. It was so focused. It was almost like an out-of-body experience. It was really cool. But as a senior, I really I was just happy to be there with my team. I really made sure to stop and look around and savor every moment.
iPhone and iPad.
I made sure to cheer for every single teammate because each teammate played a key role on the team, and we couldn't have been there without every single person's individual contribution. Us as the seniors, we had our time, and now it's time for new seniors to step up, you know, go forth, because they are the future of Trine softball, and seniors to step up after them. So make us proud.
Hey, first thing I want to say is just thank you. Thank you for a year I will never forget. It's my 15th year doing this. It's one of the best years I've ever had. Now it just means the wins. Obviously the wins make it easier. But the fact that you guys just showed up every day. How many drama do we have? How many talks do we have to have? Sometimes I have to yell at you. Sometimes I leave going home pissed off. Very, very little. Why? Because you guys showed up and acted like adults. You showed up and you practiced hard, you played hard. You support each other. I can make any sub I wanted, there's no pouting. We can do whatever we wanted, no one threw a fit. That's why you're here.